Pika pika, Pikachu, pika pika.
The kid with the gun, thinking about that doo-doo. Hits with a stunt, all that blunt talking soup. Who knew? Little Johnny hiding his irregular. 17.5, take time for an amateur. In adolescence, the damage is coming out when he act pretentious. We take hits, it ain't his fault. This our dream, we be making that call. And we stand by the homies. Playing on the man, get bands by the homies. My little homie turned into a man with some cronies. Hand on the gap while the man holding cash. Hand on the ox with the man telling Johnny is good. You can rob him blind if you could. Pistol whip a motherfucker. And then you're ducking, hiding from the five. Cause you caught a body high, now is guilty by association. So sedated, the motivation be running down south in open station. And they related. Can't you tell? They look complacent, hiding by the wishing well. Can't you tell? I wish him well. Take pride in aiding all of the violent tales. But this the American dream, so fuck the rest, it's just I and me. Yeah, this the American dream. Pussy, money, power with that shit that blings. This the American life. All I need is that diamond ice. Oh, this the American face though. Everybody coming from an arrogant place. Oh, everybody caught is a celebration. Cause every other cop out there celebrating, right? Fuck no, they out there risking their life. While every other hustler be out there taking a life. This little boy thinking about gangs making them famous. Mama deep in that debt, he wanna get out the basement. Face it, we backing up a culture that's gang affiliated, taking pride like the vultures. Yeah, I said it. We fucking up a youth with our finger pressing. I will surely take my time cause that shit's depressing. Yo, fuck all that gangbanging shit. Why can't you jump on that different ship, homie? Real music is too rare. It's like sex, money, and drugs is all a fella needs, but nah, it's really not. There's more to life. There's more to life. There's more to life. There's more to life. There's more to life.
Yeah. He first learned the word star in a nursery rhyme, a verse sung to Mozart, a theme he heard every night. And when they told him to shoot for the moon, he knew he would do it, moving beside the planets, dancing to the tune of their music, reading DK Space encyclopedias, recess is missed each weekday at 6, space episodes on PBS Kids. He'd watch the comets flying, learned at 12 to spot Orion, read Dawkins, Hawking, Tyson, and then moved on to rocket science. Soon traversed the universe, flew in bird and swooped and swerved, left behind the rules of Earth that hung a right by Jupiter. Floating on past Oberon, every heavenly deity, slowly drifting freely but alone towards the Pleiades. He saw the spirals of galaxies in his fingerprints, the patterns of Saturn's rings depicted on every single tip, and gazed into the past at a perforated black canvas full of tiny lanterns that may already have half vanished. He was a speck of dust in the celestial ether, left the clutches of Mother Earth, uncertain when next he'd see her. A part of the stardust, the hardest part was losing track of his human past and future, consumed in the blue and black. And after so long as a cosmic message in a bottle, he wanted a shore to wash up on, a modern day Apollo, post-Sagan space vagrant, drained from aimless astral drift. His addled brain turning asteroids to asterisks. At a loss, thoughts turned to his life before blasting off. I just wanna go home, admitted the astronaut, and as his words reverberated across light minutes, they found a soul. So come home. Through the static came the sound of ground control, but when he turned around to face the void in the dark, he heard "So come home," spoken from a voice in the stars. But when he turned around to face the void in the dark, he heard "So come home," spoken from a voice in the stars.
Hey, whatever happened to that Wordsmith song's B-side?
Oh yeah. Huh.
5 minutes later.
Damn, I miss my dog. I think that now I'd call myself a wordsmith, but not because of talent or ability. It's more that I can balance the facilities of living as a human while I'm sitting here decaling my soliloquies. And I guess it makes sense in that regard. I use my brain as a capture card. inhaling every word I stumble upon, to try to catalog them all before the rapture starts, so you can tag along and follow all the wacky antics, like all my stupid problems that relapse and can't fix. Keep your head up out the sand and stop scratching that wrist before you turn into another anxious Ativan kid. Well, I guess it's too late. A couple hundred panic states passed and my broken self ran away fast. Feels like I lost my body in a hand grenade blast, with all this absence in my soul and I can't evade that. So I'm stuck, trapped in a painting of myself that was made before I changed how I felt. I'm hoping that my other friends can break out and help, but to be honest, it seems like they've grayed out as well. I constantly remember back to high school, sneaking out to kick it with no pay stubs. Everything was simpler then. I guess I only feel free when there's something to escape from. So I'll keep writing all these songs I'm longing for the olden, looking to the future for my confidence and boldness. It certainly isn't here and neither am I, but I think that we've established that enough to decide that it's time for a change, or rather time to revert, cause we all sort of miss the designs that we were. And maybe nowadays what I write's more diverse, but the Patrick years back didn't understand hurt, and that hurts pretty bad.
I always knew that we'd be by each other's side forever. Now our time has come, and I'd be satisfied if we died together. Yeah, our climate's fucked, we might as well enjoy the weather. Our time is up, and I'd be satisfied if we died together.
All this talk of greenhouse gases got me taciturn. Let's just stick our tongues out in the poison rain and let the acid burn. And when the earth swings out of orbit, we can spin in circles on a grassy ferns and just pretend to watch the taxes turn. And on the bright side, if the sun explodes before our April break, then we won't have to do our tax returns. Here's the way I see it: if we're gonna die, let's do it on romantic terms. Like, we could linger on the boardwalk, watch tsunamis from the turf shore. I'll go get my board shorts and you can bring your surfboard. Maybe we'll hold hands as we get swallowed in the earth's core. Or we can sing a Christmas carol like a little chorus choir by 1,000 Christmas trees lit up from a forest fire, and watch the prancing dashing comets blitz into the forest pyre. Not the reindeer, but the kind that killed the brontosaurus prior and all its dino peers. And if the ice age hits, then we could be rancheros on the high frontier, anthropocene pioneers, and melt each other's hearts on thawing glaciers in a cryosphere. The worst part is this wasn't always something that we couldn't stop. Like, we lived through every benchmark. I remember me and you read every update about sea levels on our desktop. So if we can't save us, maybe we could save the future from environmental deadlock. Maybe in an era when we're settled into bedrock, a later civ would dig us out and we'd make headlines. Heck, we might even make a TED Talk, and we could write a note like, don't fuck up your planet please, look at how things turned out for humanity. And maybe they would read it, or maybe they would use our carbon molecules and particles from follicles as fossil fuel. Maybe it's impossible to change things, but we can try them anyway. Be carbon complex renegades and then decay. And I would hold you near as we're infected by the Zika or Ebola scares, get smoldered by a solar flare, or iced out with the polar bears, I promise.
I always knew that we'd be by each other's side forever. Now our time has come, and I'd be satisfied if we died together. Yeah, our climate's fucked, we might as well enjoy the weather. Our time is up, and I'd be satisfied if we died together.
You and I could be capsulated inside a space the size of a minute raisin in quiet and icy stasis. And when the fires slay our cryogenic hideaway, we could try to lie awake and dream about the finer days, before the roads and paths were frozen ash and plains, and the cities turned to itty-bitty rows of crashing planes, cracking pavement through the sad arrangements, broken after stains of blood and decimation, separating bones and mass from brains. When the days of old and past decay and exit through the years, we can lay in fields of shattered glass and question why we're here. If so many left this planet without any second chances, why did we awake one morning to a separate time of cheer? But the queries tend to drift and fade as eeriness can slip away, and hearing me, the loneliness demotes itself to in-your-face awareness of surroundings, like photographs and picture frames. I'm glad to know it's only you and I among the flicking flames. Maybe even time can take a couple minutes off, and we can live forever while the planet is eclipsed in fog. It might boast disaster, dear, but we can sing a different song, and use the White House pillars as a mighty builder's Lincoln logs. Make games of chutes and ladders out of real chutes and ladders in an old apartment complex like we even knew it mattered. Through the battered, beaten, broken bones and factories and open homes, I'm sure we'd survive enough to see the moons of Saturn. Solving puzzles of the universe from Jupiter to Mars, playing scientists to try and say we flew there in our cars. Like, maybe it's not all bad, this scenic view's bizarre, watching hydrocarbon Neptune snow dissolving from the stars. And I never thought I'd say this, but frankly it's been peaceful to escape from that distasteful state of hate, deceit and evil. Sure, a planet to ourselves is quite a journey for two people, but the only time I'm happy for is the time I get to see you.
I always knew that we'd be by each other's side forever. Now our time has come, and I'd be satisfied if we died together. Yeah, our climate's fucked, we might as well enjoy the weather. Our time is up, and I'd be satisfied if we died together.
Okay. Who got the weed? Who got the weed? I don't. Cause I police.
Yo.
Dollars forever. Forever ever. Who got the weed? Who got the weed? Who got the weed? I don't know.
You know what love is.
She's in love with the needle that gives her everything she needs. She's in love with the feeling of love she keeps. She's in love with the delicacies for free. She's got love for anybody but her mother and her brother and her sister, and the pictures of her father fade away. Cause she never thinks about him anyway. She started popping pills, and ever since the day she did, she couldn't stop the craving, so she made it big. And graduated, meaning all she ever did was pop a Percocet, and then descended down the list of pain relievers. She started with sativa, then she got sick of the reefer like a fever, then she found something that's cheap. Dollars forever. Forever ever. Who got the weed? Who got the weed? We got the weed. We are not the same. I'm like the opposite. Opportunity was knocking you asleep. You started tweaking it, and on the low I peeped. I caught it out, you got us out the jam. I got you out the jam, I got you house to lit. You blew about this shit, I got you ounce of weed, I got you couch to slit. Go figure, you still my brother, but I still don't trust you. Word of my mother wonder nothing about the past. Nothing ever lasts, blunts is fully gas. Who got the gas? Who knows the stand? Who knows the gang? Who know my name? 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 Word of my mother wonder nothing about the past. Word of my mother wonder nothing about the past. Word of my mother wonder nothing about the past. Nothing about the past.
I still don't know why you left. Maybe you wished I was nicer. Maybe you wished I was nice less. What if I had better biceps? I always felt like some experiment, something you could dissect. A frog splayed on a table, you the scientist with a pipette. A surgeon with a Sharpie, sketching scribbles where I'm ugly. Slice me with your scalpel, palpate organs as you fuck me. And we could leave the lights on. Big fluorescent tube lamps. Put your pupil to the eyepiece, watch me dance behind the screw clamps. I know I'm not enough. You wanted someone that could be more. You hooked my flesh on metal while I scuttled through the seafloor and heaved me out on dry land. And we were never ourselves. You wedged your nails into me and you cracked apart my hard shell and plucked each pair of pincers off like petals on a primrose and sucked the marrow out of slits you scissored in my skin folds. I am a Komodo dragon, basking in the winter sun. I amble through the island to the tick-tock of my flickering tongue and think about your last words.
I don't love you anymore.
Think about your last words.
I haven't been able to cry since the 6th grade. I thought I found myself in the music, but all I found was more evidence that I'm useless. There's nothing in my my mind left to do with the person I can see when I look in my mirror. I started to create when it got worse. Wanted so badly to sing that I forgot to learn to talk first. Created a persona where I locked words into phrases so that they could get a little bit clearer. Over time I started changing, rearranging my mind into the lowest fruit hanging, dangling, and picked it like a flower to pretend that it was me and let it take me over. It was all that I could see, and my true self faded into context. I started seeing all the evil in the world, quantified time and bomb threats, honestly drifted to something out of movie scene. I no longer remember who it is I truly used to be. Now I'm just an anxious mess. 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 Now I'm just an anxious mess with an aching neck, 'cause I can't stop looking back. Now I'm just an anxious mess, taking shaking steps, hoping I'll get off this path.
I could try to act like it doesn't affect me at all, but I'm really scared of the future. I used to stand so tall, they used to be so proud. I couldn't even hide myself in the crowd. But somehow it's now when everything's changed. I'm wondering why every day feels the same. I'm searching and looking for something to say, when really it should be no, I'm not okay. I've been trying so hard to find my escape, but really I don't know how long that will take. Today or tomorrow, I'll swim in my sorrow, but I could use a smile that I could share or borrow. But secretly I'll keep it just for myself, and please don't come closer, I don't want your help. I'll figure this out on my own, and I'll stay with these feelings at home and alone.
Now I'm just an anxious mess. 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 Now I'm just an anxious mess with an aching neck, 'cause I can't stop looking back. Now I'm just an anxious mess, taking shaking steps, hoping I'll get off this path. Now I'm just an anxious mess. 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 Now I'm just an anxious mess with an aching neck, 'cause I can't stop looking back. Now I'm just an anxious mess, taking shaking steps, hoping I'll get off this path.